Orange Nation, it is time to get the party started with a dynamic warm-up. You ready, Cynthia?
I'm ready.
All right, we have 5 exercises, 1 minute each. Our first exercise is going to be the T-spine windmill. So lie down on your back. We're going to bring the knees up, bend at 90 degrees, arms extended. Drop the knees to one side within your range of motion. Bring it back to center. Drop it to the other. Keep alternating for 60 seconds. Our second exercise will be the hip rocks. This is going to be 30 seconds each side. Tabletop position, extend one leg out to the side. Drive the hips back, opening up the hips, stretching the quad, the hamstrings, and the adductors. 30 seconds on one side, switch to 30 seconds on the other. Our next exercise will be the bear plank to pike. So we're going to get into a tabletop position. Knees are elevated up on the toes. Drive the hips up, stretching through the hamstrings and the low back. Right back to your set position. And our next exercise will be alternating lateral lunges. So we stand. Feet about hip width apart, step out to one side, drive the hips back, bring the feet back together. Same thing on the other side. Our final exercise, the jump rope. Imagine you have a jump rope in your hand and just start hopping and swinging that rope. We can reduce the range of motion or pause if we need to for options. Let's get ready to rock and roll. This next block is all about the core. We have 2 exercises, 4 minutes worth of work. We're gonna work for 20 seconds and then take a 10-second rest. The first exercise will be crab to alternating toe tap. So we get down, lift the hips off the floor, turn the wrists around so the fingertips are facing the heels, lift the knee toward the chest, reach the hand toward the opposite toe. The option for this, reach to the knee instead, shortening the range of motion. Take a 10-second breather. The next 20 seconds will be our second exercise, forearm plank Spider-Man. Get down into a plank from your forearm, pull the core in toward the belly button, or toward the spine, bring the knee to the elbow, opposite knee to the elbow. The option for this, we do it right from our knees. Again, it's 4 minutes worth of work, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Let's do it.
All right, Joe, are you ready for some upper body?
I am ready.
All right, team, let's make this happen. This block is all upper body, 8 minutes long, a minimum of 2 rounds. Your first exercise, in which you will need 2 medium objects. You're going to be balancing on your glutes, bringing your knees up off the floor, pressing towards the ceiling. Make sure you're really squeezing your lower core, blowing that air out of the stomach. You're going to open those knees and then return back. Your option is to drop those feet to the floor, keep them spaced apart, about shoulder width apart. Your next exercise, you're going to go into a hip bridge, chest fly. This exercise is going to be for 12 reps. You're going to open those dumbbells, really squeezing the chest at the very top. Make sure you're lifting those glutes out of the ground, really getting that power in the hamstrings and also the glutes. The follow-up exercise is going to be a hollow hold chest press. Once again, this is going to be 6 reps. You're going to be on your back, bringing those feet off the ground, really squeezing those objects together and pressing from the chest to the ceiling. Your final exercise will be a plank alternating punch. You won't need your objects at all. You're going to go at 12 reps, lock down onto your elbows, squeezing those hips together, pressing out into a full punch. Your option here is to go to those knees. And you have 8 minutes, at least 2 rounds minimum to complete. Let's get to work. Orange Nation, we are bringing you another cardio block that's going to really power that heart rate. Cynthia is going to help you with 4 rounds of 2 exercises at 20 seconds apiece with a 10-second recovery in between. The first is the lateral shuffle from object to object. As you can see, it's a quick shuffle in between objects. Your option is to slow it down, decrease your range of motion in that squat, and less power. Your next exercise is going to be a power skip. You're going to use your arms, lifting those feet off the ground, give power in those knees, driving to the ceiling. Your option, take the jump out and simply step, only using the arms, and you have a 10-second recovery in between. Once again, this is cardio. Let's power through it. You've got it.
Time for a little core stabilization. We've got 4 total exercises over the course of this 8-minute block. You're going to repeat this until time is called. A goal for you, 2 rounds or more. You're going to need a light weight for this one. We're going to start with 10 reps of a half get up. We're going to start on our right side here, bending that knee. We're going to roll to our side, finding our elbow before pressing through, bringing our object overhead. Eyes on it the entire way through. An option, you can reduce your range of motion punching it into the air. Next up, we have 10 reps of a half kneeling overhead to stand. Arm is locked out overhead. We're going to step back into our reverse lunge. There is no overhead press here, so just keep that bad boy overhead. An option here, you can bring it down to the shoulder or you can reduce the depth of your lunge. Next up, we have our wood chopper. Starting at our right hand side by our hip, we're going to drive overhead, making the rotation at our torso. You'll have 10 reps of that as well. Once you're done with all 3 of those, you're going to switch sides, repeating. Last but not least, 20 total reps of an alternating swimmer. We're going to keep our shoulders off the ground, the chin neutral, alternating, raising one leg up at a time, that opposite arm in sync. Option here, slow things down. Make sure your coordination's on point before you speed it up. You've got 8 minutes of work here. Get ready for that core burn.
even midnight yet. She handed you a cigarette and said, I need to change. But you knew she wouldn't. And all of her friends back home, they don't really try to call her phone anymore. I guess she's on her own again. She's a dreamer with a hole in her heart. She was wishing we could take it back to the start. And I said, all things come to an end. Oh, she's bound to crash. She was only a friend.
Team, excellent job on making it to the very end of that total body blast. You earned it. Now it's time to bring that nervous system back to normal. Shout out to you, Cynthia, for killing it.
Hey.
All right, we're going to do this 3 minutes, 1 round. This is a stretching block, so you've got 20 seconds per exercise. Your first is the standing reverse tricep stretch. So you're going to take that elbow, pull it right to the ear or just behind the ear, inhale and exhale. Your next exercise, you've got a reverse shoulder stretch. So you're going to interlock those fingers, open up the chest. Once again, you are inhaling and exhaling at 20 seconds. Your third exercise is a standing toe reach. So you're going to stretch those fingertips to the toes, open up the lower back, open up the hamstrings, and hold that once again for 20 seconds. Your final exercise is a standing straddle stretch. When you step those feet out, stretching all the way down to the center line of the body, rotate yourself to the left and the right, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the hips, and bringing it back to start. Once again, congratulations on making it to the end. We are proud of you, and we hope to see you again soon.